Happy Friday, first Friday of March, first weekend of March, and our last weekend before we spring ahead next weekend, get those later sunsets, but also sunrises. Of course, it's been mild, hit 50 degrees on Wednesday, our warmest temperature of the season so far in our first 50 of the year. 34 though last night, just as impressive, our first above freezing night since mid-January and the warmest night since late November. And of course, all signs of spring around us. This is showing how much daylight is gained in the month of March, about an hour and a half here in the Twin Cities, but of course further north, rapidly gaining daylight in the Arctic, 4 hours or more over the course of this month as they rapidly head towards 24 hours of daylight for a while. And there's always some misconception about when is our snowiest month. A lot of people have been asking this. Our snowiest month is usually December or January. In fact, the new 30-year normals, it shifts from January to December, and March can come in a close second, sometimes rivaling, but showing you some monarch butterflies here. Beautiful sight. This is from when I was in the overwintering sites, the mountains in Mexico 2 years ago. But some sad news, another year of decline. Last year was a big decline, and then this year a further 26%. So a third of the monarchs this year versus 2 years ago when we were there, which was the highest in almost 15 years. And it's the same problems, loss of habitat, climate change is an element. So we really got to keep planting those pollinator gardens, which are going to benefit our other pollinator species as well. And milkweed, especially very important. So still some work to do there. But it's been very active in the Pacific Ocean too. There were some tsunami warnings that luckily were canceled, but there's been a lot of seismic activity. This is some of the earthquake activity in New Zealand and also in the Pacific itself, which is the culprit for some of those warnings and alerts over the last 24 hours. But of course, that's the Pacific Rim. Always some activity there, both beneath the water and above it as well, creating some of those beautiful spaces like New Zealand. Big storm to our south, that's going to stay to our south. It's kind of cutting through the ridge, but otherwise, big ridge still of high pressure, lots of sunshine, mild temperatures for us. We had some clouds this morning, those are moving out, so temperatures will push up here well into the 40s again today and tomorrow, and then we're talking those 50s and 60s. So there's that little patch of cloud cover moving on off to the south east, and you can see mainly clear skies with a little fog actually that's left over from the Dakotas that they'll burn off through the day. So pretty nice the rest of the day. Lots of sunshine, sunny skies tomorrow. We'll have some high clouds filtering the sun on Sunday, but there's the peak of our warmth Tuesday, anomalous warmth here in the middle of the atmosphere, and then we're going to start to see some troughing, some cooler air move in late next week into next weekend. So we are going to see some chillier temperatures again, but you know, it's March, Minnesota. Decent storm system ahead of that too here. It looks like Tuesday night into Wednesday we're going to see some rain, maybe some thunder, because starting Sunday that flow is really going to be developing out of the south, bringing in Gulf moisture. Dew points could get close to 50 here by Tuesday night into Wednesday. Whenever you increase that humidity, you inevitably increase the chance of some thunder and of course more in the way of some precipitation amounts. So we'll be seeing probably, I think, some claps of thunder around the area. This is CAPE, convective available potential energy. Basically the energy available for thunderstorms. We pay close attention to that, and we'll have some of it over us Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Another sign of spring, but then temperatures drop from there. So the peak of the heat, as I mentioned, Tuesday, well into the 60s. Some models have us near 70 on Tuesday. That is not out of the question. And then the shoe drops. Models still differing on how cold it gets. Some have us in the 20s briefly, some only the 30s to around 40, which we could tolerate, but it is going to get cooler, at least temporarily, it looks like, by the end of next week and next weekend regardless. But for now, it's just up and away. Well into the 50s Sunday, even a shot that we could hit 60 Sunday still, close to 60 Monday, well into the 60s. Again, an outside chance of 70 Tuesday, wouldn't be completely shocked. Cooler with those morning showers and thunderstorms Wednesday in the 50s, and then we do see that temperature dip after Wednesday.